Hey, Dani K coming to you from Dani K Wellness, and today's tip is actually with the poll question that I had out on Instagram yesterday. And if you follow me, like a lot of people are following me at Dani_Knight16, but I would love for you guys to follow me at Dani K Wellness as well. So, I give some, my Dani_Knight is my personal, Dani K Wellness is the business. So like I'll throw out more business tips on or more fitness tips on that one. So if you have an Instagram account, please check me out on the gym Instagram, Dani K Wellness. So with that, the question was, when losing weight, what do you do? And it was a poll whether you would moderate the good and the bad foods, or would you completely avoid all bad foods. And 67% of the people said that they would avoid all the bad foods, and 33% said that they would moderate the good and the bad, right? So I guess there's no real wrong or right answer. I guess like it's just kind of like a personal preference, but on, like the professional end, again, 26 and a half years and, in this industry doing this kind of thing. And the thing is, when you avoid everything, like when you avoid all of those things, like you avoid alcohol, you avoid pizza, you avoid sugars, you avoid, fill in the blank, you will tend to crave those things. You will tend to have cravings for other things, more things. You will crash. I mean, I've had so many clients over the years, one that stands out in particular. She said years ago, she said that she was going to avoid all sugars. And, not being negative Nancy or anything, I just said, good luck with that, and I said it in kind of like a, sarcastic way, and I'm like, look, what happens is, when you avoid all sugars, you avoid all carbs, you avoid all alcohol, like fill in the blank, you are going to have those cravings. You are going to crash. And the thing is, so what happened was she went through and she avoided all this. So she was good for maybe a week, 2 weeks, I can't remember exactly, but she was good for a decent amount of time. But then there came a time where she was like, oh my God, she wasn't putting sugar in her coffee. She wasn't drinking things that had sugar in it. If she looked on it and it said it had 1 gram of sugar, she wasn't drinking it. She wasn't eating it. She was avoiding all sugars at all costs as much as she could possibly. If she knew that there was sugar in it, she was not going to eat it. So, she was avoiding, Splenda, Sweet and Low, like all of that stuff, right? So what happened was she crashed and she started craving those things, like sugar. So then in order to not eat sugar, she ate all of this other crap, and then it was just like, that wasn't satisfying her. So she ended up eating all the sugar, and she's like, oh my God, you knew exactly that I was going to do that. And I said, yes. I said, I wasn't setting you up for failure. I wasn't setting you up to, be a negative Nancy on any of that, But the thing is, in a lot of these fad diets, the Whole30 or the 21-day fix or, ideal protein, whatever those things are that's out there, they have you avoiding certain things, right? And I've done this for 26 and a half years. I know you guys are probably, tired of hearing me say 26 and a half years, blah, 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 whatever. But I've done this for a damn long time. I'm 48 years old, so it's pretty much, half my life I've been doing this. And I have not, anybody that's known me for that amount of, for however many years that you guys have known me, I don't avoid anything, right? I might, through the week, I make healthier choices, but then on the weekend, Saturdays or whatever, I'm not avoiding. If you avoid, you will crash. The Whole30, people are like, oh my God, I can't have chocolate for 30 days. Guess what? On my meal plan, you can have chocolate. I can't have pizza or bread for 30 days. Guess what? On my meal plan, you can have pizza and bread and stuff like that. It's all about moderating the good and the bad, right? You moderate the bad things in. You try and, I've said it before, like, a lot of times I guess I want people more so to follow like an 80-20 rule, and again, that's not what I do. I mean, I'm where I I'm where I want to be. I mean, I'm kind of maintaining, so I can do those cheat days and maybe flub a little bit more than some, but when you're trying to see results, I would definitely suggest not doing a full complete cheat day, maybe a cheat meal, and so so I would suggest one of two things. If I'm doing a meal plan for you, or, being your nutritional, consult person, one, doing things 80-20. So meaning if you're supposed to, I'm just throwing out numbers, please don't use these because it might not be right for you. But, if you're supposed to have 1,400 calories, eat 80% of those 1,400 calories good and 20% bad. And that could mean, having, that limited alcohol. That could mean, having a piece of chocolate. That could mean, that kind of thing. And of course, you don't want to do that all the time, every single time. It's moderation, not deprivation. The other thing, that's 180-20, or, getting yourself to maybe not necessarily every week like I do it, but maybe once a month, or maybe every 2 weeks, or, maybe give yourself, lose 5 pounds or lose 10 pounds and then give yourself a cheat day, or, a cheat meal or a cheat dessert or something like that. That kind of thing, to where you're moderating those things. Because I'm telling you, if you tell yourself you can't have XYZ, that's the first thing you're going to want. And if you don't give yourself that, guess what? That you're going to eat everything under the sun to try and satisfy those cravings. So the way that my meal plan works is, yes, I give you an avoid list. My avoid list is kind of extensive, but it works, and it's avoid, not ixnay. You're not depriving yourself of it, but let's say, one of the things is bread. So if you've gone a week and a half and you're like, you know what, I really could use, some bread. I really feel like I want some, carb, and a lot of times for me, I feel that way, like maybe like on a Thursday or a Friday, by the time, like if I'm so busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe I'm, just eating vegetables and chicken or fish and salads and stuff like that, and not really having substantial carb, by the time I get to, say Thursday or Friday lunchtime or something, like, I need some decent, good garbage, like maybe a wrap. So I might get a wheat wrap, or maybe every now and then I'll go to, Subway, and I will have them. I will do a wheat roll. I will have them dig the bread out, right? That's saving me about 150 calories. And then I'm doubling up on the protein, right? So I'm doing the smart thing, and it's not every single day. So I'm not depriving myself. I'm kind of waiting till I need it. And then I might say, you know what, I'm going to wait a little bit longer and then give myself a little bit, right? Because if you do deprive yourself, it's like, you'll eat everything under the sun, and I always, like, when I'm doing meal plans with people, I always think about, I tell people, like, an analogy of, like, their kids. If you tell their kids, don't touch that, what's the first thing they want to do, right? So when you're on those fad diets, those different diets that have you deprive yourself of certain things, what's the first thing that you want? That thing that you can't have, right? So, my response to, this poll question is, when you are trying to lose weight, moderating the good and the bad is always the good and right thing. Because if you deprive yourself of something, it's going to add up. You're going to fill in those cravings of not having that. So just kind of give in a little bit, have a little bit, moderate it, right? So I've got a lot of some people coming in, and I want to, like, kind of check out what's going on here. So Tracy says, hey, so I appreciate y'all watching in. Teresa, Carol, David, Laura, what's going on? Tina, Lisa says, I've known you since the profile days. Haha, long time. I know, right? Now, I wasn't even, I didn't have, like, the muscle or whatever. I wasn't really working out then. I was just dancing like a fiend. And then so Teresa says, so it's only 3.5 days and I'm craving. Okay, Teresa, what are you craving? A Coke Zero, of course. And so for me, you know what? And people give me all the time because I drink diet sodas, Well, you know what, for me, like that might be my vice. You know, alcohol might be your vice, but I'm hydrated all the time. I drink all the water that I can. I try, and of course my water is alkaline water. I try and eat as much alkaline food as I possibly can. And folks, what this does is the alkaline foods, the alkaline water, all of that keeps your pH balance, your pH levels up. And you know, I'm telling you, when your pH levels are balanced, when you are pH balanced with your body, alkaline foods, alkaline water, the acidity levels are low, your body does not hurt, you know, or it hurts very, very little. I'm telling you, since I've been doing this, you know, the alkaline water and, you know, I mean, the alkaline foods, of course, I flub a little bit here or there, you know, over, you know, the past couple of months or whatever, but, you know, doing the right things, you know, the alkaline foods, the alkaline water, the aches and pains are away. Like, I've had severe tendonitis, well, actually, it's tendonitis, but it was like golfer's elbow because it was on the inside. That's what they call it, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. You know, I mean, since I've been, you know, really getting into, you know, like my Stark stuff, the Stark Aid with the inflammation fighters and the alkaline water, I've noticed a miraculous difference. And I'm not just saying that to, you know, I'm not plugging or trying to sell. I'm just saying, just with anything, wherever you can get alkaline foods, alkaline water, you know, there's a shit ton of alkaline foods. Eat those alkaline foods so it helps with those aches and pains. So you're keeping your pH levels balanced. And when you slide that Coke Zero, where, you know, I do Diet Mountain Dew, I do Diet Pepsi, Diet Soda, I do Diet Soda, I put a lemon in it. You know, I mean, if that's the only thing that I do bad as far as foods, I mean, you know, I mean, geez, sue me, you know, but, you know, so Teresa, you know, seriously, like, you know, Coke Zero, have a little bit, you know, maybe have, you know, a little, you know, like those little smaller cans or whatever, if they have them in the Coke Zero. I know sometimes they don't have like they have Mountain Dew, but they don't have Diet Mountain Dew in the little cans. And then, of course, also, you know, like with, I've got a couple of my clients that are, you know, soda fiends, and they actually drink like the real sodas, like, you know, with the real sugars, you know, the regular sugars, the calories and all that stuff. They've now switched to my Stark energy drinks because it's got the carbonation and the little bubble, and because that's what I like. That's what, you know, I'm just like, sometimes I just need the bubbles, right? So I moderate those bubbles in there, right? And you know, I've noticed too that if I'm feeling like I want to go up to go up to the liquor store and get a Diet Coke, or, you know, go down to like Blue or Sergio's and get a fountain diet soda, there's a lot of times where I'll just grab a Stark energy drink, and it's got the carbonation in it, and it's good for you. There's only one sugar in it. It's only 10 calories, and it's got inflammation fighters in it, right? And I get my bubbles, right? So it's almost like I'm drinking a soda, and it's satisfying that craving. So Teresa, that might be something that you might want to look into. You know, next time you're in, grab one of those Starks and check it out, and you know, see if that doesn't crave that Coke Zero thing, and then you're good to go as far as you got your inflammation fighters. It's healthy, you know, it's a healthier choice. So, you know, and that's another thing about moderating the good and the bad, is finding, you know, maybe talking to other people, talking to a professional, and finding those different things that you can do that, you know, kind of help those cravings. Let me know if you're having that craving. So thank you, Teresa, for letting me know. So, you know, either take a little sip of it or try one of those Starks, and you know, see how that, you know, if that works and fills that craving. It's only one sugar, it's only 10 calories, and it's inflammation fighter, so it's an all great thing. Oh shit, Mandy says, damn, she's live and I got caught on camera. Ha! What's going on, Mandy? I'm getting ready to kick Mandy's butt. What time is it? It's 11:17, so I'm gonna finish up here. Ha! Mandy's back here, she's like, I ain't coming in there. So anyway, so let me look. Oops, wait a minute. So Teresa says we'll do. Okay. Hey Sherry. Okay. So guys, the answer definitely, like I said, there is no right or wrong answer to the poll question. It's whatever you feel you can do. Teresa says hi, Mandy. You know, but definitely think about this when you do avoid all bad foods when you're trying to lose weight. Think about those times where you're like, oh my God, you know, I'm going to crash, and then you kind of fall off. It makes it a lot easier to stick to something when you know that you can enter those bad foods in. You know what I mean? Like enter that slice of pizza. And I'm not saying have a whole pizza, just have a slice of pizza. Maybe work it in with your calories. You know what I mean? And, you know, but don't ixnay your protein calories, ixnay some of the carb calories that you have on your meal plan. And, you know, Teresa, you know, like, you know, she can attest, she's on here. I just did a meal plan for a couple of days ago, and that's exactly what I said. You know, it's like, here's your carb calories, and here's your protein calories, and you're going to, they're good carbs, but here's how you can interchange those good carbs with bad carbs, but you're staying with the calories, right? Calories in, calories out. Calories in, calories out, calories in, calories out. And I'm not sure if I told you guys, but that's how you lose weight. Calories in, calories out, right? It's not about avoiding fat foods. It's not about avoiding breads, well, like depriving. It's not about depriving your body, let's say it that way. It's not about depriving your body of fats. It's not about depriving your body of breads or rice or pastas or anything like that. It's avoiding those things as much as you possibly can, and playing them in when you might need them. You know what I mean? When that craving is there, do the smarter choice. Don't do white rice, do brown rice. Maybe do some quinoa. That kind of takes the place of a pasta and a rice kind of thing. So there's different things and different tricks that I definitely teach you. Deb just popped on. Deb's done a meal plan with me. She's been successful, you know, with me and stuff. And, you know, so, I mean, people know that when they've done meal plans with me, I teach them how to, you know, yes, do all these good things. And yes, here's the avoid list. But yes, when you're feeling like you want some bread or some bad carbs, that slice of pizza, do it, but work it in with your calories. You know what I mean? Like avoiding the bad stuff will just set you up for failure. We don't want you to fail, and we don't want you to feel like, oh, I can't do that. So a lot of times people tell me, oh, I could never do your meal plan because I can't do X, Y, Z, because I love food too much. Well, anybody that's on here that, you know, has done a meal plan with me, and anybody later on watching the replay of this, you know, and drop some hearts and some likes, you know, if you're one of those people, drop those hearts and likes. You know, you've done meal plans with me, and you know, I've told you, you know, you can, and I show you how to put those bad carbs in so that you're not depriving, and it's easy. And you know, drop some hearts and likes for those people that do my meal plan that are like, oh my God, I can't eat all this food. It's a lot of food. Because when you look at quality versus empty calories, quality calories versus empty calories, I'm telling you, you get a lot of food for quality calories. You know, I mean, probably a year ago, but it's probably on YouTube somewhere. You know, search it. What is 200 calories, right? And I mean, like, you'll have like a dish of broccoli like this big for 200 calories, and you'll have a little piece of candy. This is 200 calories, right? You have chicken breast, 200 calories, and then you'll have like, you know, a piece of red meat, 200 calories, right? So when you're talking about quality foods, you're getting a lot of food. You're getting a lot, you know, and then it's you do have a hard time eating that food. I don't know how many times over the 26 and a half years people have done meal plans with me and said, oh my God, I'm having a hard time eating all this food. So meal plan with me, you get a lot of food. You get quality food, and I teach you how to place those avoid things in there where you don't have to deprive yourself of anything, you know. Work some alcohol in there here and there. Work some pizza in here and there. You know, work some breads in, some rice in. I teach you how to do those things. Teresa says, true story, Dani's meal plan is way more satisfying than my own diet plan. Because it's quality. So, you know, and, you know, like, and Teresa and I, we talked, it was like, she was doing some good things. She was eating good food. She's on point. Like, everything I was telling her, she's like, yep. And she was doing that already. And yes, and blah, 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 all that. But the whole point was she was not eating enough. And now she's going to start, seeing even more results, because when you feed your body the correct calories, the quantity and the quality, you know, your muscles start, your muscles, will be fed, and your body will push the fat away. I always say, feed the muscle, starve the fat, right? So Anyway, so you got a whole bunch of tips within a tip. So, you know, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, you know, about meal plans, you know, leave comments below. Private message me, DaniKGymWellness.com, Dani K Gym Wellness on Facebook. You know, put some likes and hearts if you've done some meal plans with me, or if you kind of get what I'm saying. If you're, you know, wanting to know even more, Deb says, true dat, can you come live with me? I can virtually live with you, Deb. Wait a minute. I will if you cook for me. No. Yeah, so, you know, give me some likes and hearts, and, you know, comment below if you have any questions about meal plans and how to do it. Come see me. I got you. You don't have to deprive yourself. These silly fad diets where, you know, I saw on Facebook yesterday where somebody got a box of chocolates. And, oh, I can't eat these for another 27 days or whatever it was. Really? Guess what? I'd have a piece right there. And not because it's a cheat day and not because it's, you know, I'm just like, oh, I want, you know, whatever. You can do those things. If you moderate those things and you do, you know, 85% good foods and moderate some bad foods in, you can do it. You don't have to deprive yourself. You know, I mean, people that know me, has seen me, they know I'm not depriving myself of pizza, bread, chocolate, because I give myself certain times where I do that. I allow myself the light at the end of the tunnel. When you don't have a light at the end of the tunnel and you're depriving yourself, that's when you're craving those things. And that's when, you know, all hell breaks loose inside your brain, your mind, your hormones, and all that stuff, right? So moderate the good and bad is my answer. And, you know, again, you know, give me some likes and hearts. Give me some wows if I'm, you know, giving you some aha moments or whatever. So anyway, drop a comment. Let me know how my meal plan has helped you. Let me know how you want me to help you with my meal plan. Hook up with me at DaniKGymWellness.com, Dani K Gym Wellness on Facebook, and also follow me on Instagram. Follow my gym Instagram at Dani K Gym Wellness on the Instagram thing. And then Deb says, back to work for this slacker. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Deb. And I will see you guys in a bit. Getting ready to go train Mandy, kick her tushy, right? So anyway, stay tuned, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.